compared to population. So there is a stiff competition
Mhm.
about among the people to get that, to get the best out of that. That's why we can say people are a little bit more competitive, and the in their life the stress composition is more comparatively the people living in hilly areas.
Okay, so apart from this, do you want to point out anything from the perspective of a bureaucrat?
Yeah, from the perspective of bureaucrat, if we say the development opportunities also in Uttarakhand and especially in hilly areas, if I say about Uttarakhand, almost 86% of the area is hilly area. So the development opportunities are also becomes limited because we have to maintain the sustainability of the area also. We have to look from that perspective also. We cannot just go for development like we do in a plain area, because the economy is fragile, especially in Himalayan states like Uttarakhand. Himalayas are relatively new mountain, folded mountain, where there is always a scope for that landslide. And if we do like multiple projects are already going on, if you say about road widening, Char Dham project, and also different kind of projects, hydroelectric projects are going. So they are somehow impacting the ecology also. So that is the one point that we have to maintain that. Second point is that again that various issues Uttarakhand facing in the hilly region, like Palayan is one of the major issue. Various districts like Podi only, a lot of people are migrating. As per the census report 2011, there are almost 1048 villages in Uttarakhand where the population is zero. So all the people have migrated from those places. So this is again a challenge that people are lesser. So even if we want to do something new there, we won't find the workforce easily in those places. Apart from that, from a bureaucratic perspective, we can also say that how to provide all those facilities that are available in city like Delhi, in those areas. Although we cannot compare that apple to apple because all the facilities which are available in Delhi cannot be provided to those places, but still we can look from that perspective, like how to do that sustainable development, how to create jobs over there, how to reduce the migration that is taking place in those areas. So all these factors
So
in focus.
yeah, please. Okay, so I was asking, you keep centering on the migration thing. So how you are going to reduce the migration? What are you? Suppose you are appointed as district SDM and SDM of a subdivision, and so what are you going to do to stop migration?
Yeah, so what we can do to stop migration in Uttarakhand, there are multiple factors. I can bifurcate that in the short term planning and the long term planning. Right, in the short
Hmm?
term, what we can do, like to retain people, there are multiple schemes which are already going on, like Manrega and some other also. So we can do the like various challenges also facing, like forest fire recently in Uttarakhand. So we can just provide incentive to the youth, and deploy them in the. So it is like,
How? This is what my question.
yeah, like I can give an example, like forest fire.
Hmm.
It is taking place across the districts. So we can
Hmm.
say that government will provide a particular incentive per month to the people,
Hmm.
and deploy them in
Hmm.
the reduction, all the efforts and all the that is done by the forest department and even the government, other department also. So people
Hmm.
on incentive basis they can be deployed to help on that, like different kind of work they can do. Pirul is one of the cheed pine. Uh, Pirul, which comes from the cheed pine trees, is one of the major reasons. So that reduction of that, cleaning of that, that can be the one work they can do. And
Thank you.
and
So you are talking about providing incentive to the youth for protecting forest fire. This is what you are saying, right?
yes, yes, this is one of the things we
Okay.
can do. Second thing that we
Okay.
can do, like,
So is there any scheme, such a scheme that you have heard about, is going on in any other state or any other country? I would say.
uh,
Has there any scheme? Is there any scheme?
yes, yes. In fact, recently in Uttarakhand only, I think a month before or so, there was a scheme launched. It was Pirul Lao Paisa Pao. So that was the scheme.
Hmm.
So government is promoting that scheme. People can gather the Pirul and submit it to the different designated location at to the government,
Hmm.
and they will get some money for that
So what is the amount?
amount. I don't remember, sir.
So do you think that much amount the amount that government is offering? is sufficient enough, or like you talked about Manrega. So if it has been going on from the I would say from the past 30, 35 years in one way or other by same name or different name. Okay, so it has not been able to stop this thing. And I am asking that you as a SDM, what are your initiatives? What are you going to do? You are an engineer, you are an MBA.
Yeah,
So up from that perspective, and
yeah,
now you are going to be a bureaucrat. So how
yeah.
would you use your acumen from the BTech, from the engineering background, from the MBA background, and implement it to the state, to your SRD?
Yeah, so these are just a few examples that I said that one of the things that how can we can deploy the people in different schemes and different work that is going on. Another thing that can happen like small scale industry in especially in hilly areas, because the major industries we cannot set up there because of the fragile ecology. So small scale industry like we can promote the self help groups. We can tie up with the local banks like Grameen Bank, Uttarakhand Grameen Bank, and cooperative banks. Promote the self-help group, form the groups, and provide funding to them for the small scale industries like pickle and like food processing also at a small scale, because Uttarakhand has a good opportunity. We have different kind of fruits available and are produced in different districts, but the shelf life is very less for those fruits. If you say lychee, even the apple and different fruits. So we can create a small scale industry for the processing of these fruits, and we can create jams, we can create jellies. Apart from that, uh, uh, as I said, that pickle, papad, these kind of industries can be set up to provide the employment. And also, if we create that self-help group, so women participation has always been higher in self-help groups. If we say about the all India number, almost 88 to 90% of self-help group population is comes from the women. So that will directly impact the woman empowerment also. So this is the another thing. Apart from that, tourism has immense opportunity in Uttarakhand. Almost 13.5% of state GDP is from tourism, and that also
So
majorly.
you, so I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but
Yes,
you should first talk about tourism. Okay,
yeah,
apart from you, because this is not like the SSGs are there from the time immemorial. Okay, SSGs are there, government schemes are there, but they are not helping out the people. Na? That is
yeah,
why the migration is there. So I asked you, what are you going to do? So you just yes, I would do something. I would devise a scheme so that youth are connected to it and something like that. You know, some innovative solution. You are an engineer, so think like that. Okay,
yeah.
okay. So migration done. Please write it down. Okay, migration के लिए आपको बोलना है क्या?
Migration के लिए tourism will be the first
Tourism. Okay,
sector.
first tourism.
Yeah,
Okay, and for example, forest fire. One Bandhu scheme. There is a One Bandhu scheme going on in Uttarakhand. Okay, so I'm just telling you, One Bandhu scheme is that the people who are living in the tribal areas, they are guarding the forest. Okay,
okay.
okay. So migration issue is okay. So now coming on to any particular personality from Pauri area, do you know? You have been in
Any,
Pauri as well.
sorry, sir, I didn't get
Pauri, Pauri.
body. Any.
Any particular famous personality
Yeah,
from Pauri.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
There are many.
any,
Yeah, there are many
yeah.
famous personality
Mm-hmm.
from body, sir. One of
Mm-hmm.
our ex Chief Minister Uttarakhand, Ramesh Pokhriyal, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal, he was from Padi. Then Major General Bhuvachan Kanduri, also our ex CM, he was also from Padi. Then General Bipin Rawat, who recently he was expired, he was also
Okay.
from Padi. And our
Mm-hmm.
UP's Chief Minister also currently, he's also
Hmm.
from Padi.
This is what I was looking for. Okay. So, yeah, there is one more thing that I would like to ask from you. That, okay. So you have been switching jobs, okay?
Yeah,
You have been switching jobs. You are an engineer,
yeah.
okay? You passed out in 2008. This is you passed out in 2008. I am assuming that you have prepared for three. 2 or 3 years for the government exam. Then you have become PO. You did the job for 4 years. Okay. Then you quit and done MBA. And after that, you are now what you are doing again and fail. And after that, you are again coming to the exam. You are again appearing in this exam. So there are two questions. First, why? And second, what is that right in the constitution which provides you this opportunity that you can do this?
Okay, okay. So I will address your first question first. Why?
Yes.
So I started my career from Uttarakhand Gramin Bank as a banker, as a probationary officer and branch manager. So different type of works we were doing as a in the bank, and I would say that that was quite satisfying also. But I wanted to enhance my skill also parallelly, and that was one of the reasons that I wanted to do MBA also, to learn new skills, also to uh, majorly like what I can do future, how to grow further and enhance my skills and implement that in the different sector or in the different organization where I will work. So that was one of the reason. So going for the higher education was that reason, mainly to enhance the skills so that I will be equipped better. So whatever I do. Now after that, I placed in IBM in Bangalore. So I was working in the product management there, and in the similar role I switched in HCL. So that was also the similar role. Now from HCL to ICICI, the main reason was that banking sector. I had that experience in the banking sector, and I believe that banks are somehow jobs that we are working in the bank somehow. We are more in touch with the common man, and not just with the common man. We get that opportunity to directly nation building. Somehow we are financing the different projects which are doing better, creating jobs for others, providing employment, and also enhancing the overall GDP of the nation. So that was the one of the reason. And along with all this journey, I was preparing for a UPSC as well. However, in between, especially after my MBA, few years I couldn't prepare as I was quite involved in my job in Bangalore, and I was not that focused that time. So that was the reason. And now why I wanted to do the civil services, so I can say there are three major factors for that. One reason is that in the civil services it's not just a routine job, but we get a lot of opportunity for the social welfare and directly
No, Abhishek, I asked you which right, which provision of the constitution
yeah.
provides you this right that you can switch the jobs.
Yes, yes. So there are two provision in the fundamental right, I can say. One is that within the right to equality, the Article 16 that we can do the any jobs across the India. We can there is no discrimination on employment. Another article is Article 19, right to freedom, which is 19 says we have a right to freedom for assembly, association, resident, and also movement. So movement is like we can move from one place to another place in the India. So that we have a right to freedom. So these two articles.
Okay, so you just have to revise the articles at least fundamental rights. Okay, the article is 14, not 16, and 19 is okay, but there are some other big provisions of the constitution as well. So I would suggest you just revise the fundamental right thing. Okay, because this is one thing that the interview panel is going to ask you. I am assuming. Okay, and hmm, yes, from you are an engineer. Okay,
Yeah.
and you have joined the service of, you have been a bank probationary officer. Okay, you have not joined any service of an, you have not provided service as an engineer. You have provided service as an probationary officer. So this is this some kind of unemployment?
We
You being an engineer joining bank PO, is this some kind of an unemployment? Have you read anything about it?
yes, yes. We can say this. It is. Uh, uh, it can come under a frictional unemployment also, because while we are looking for some other opportunity, better opportunity, we are doing some other work and while looking for that
Mhm.
other opportunity.
Okay, so type of employment and unemployment because you have been employed successfully and you have been unemployed successfully. So read about those as well. Okay, and I'm not going to tell you what is it. Okay, because I tell you and you are not going to go through it. So it is the basic written in the NCERT. Go through it. Okay. One thing is fundamental right. Second thing is because you have done job as this. Okay, and this is the truth of about our economy. Okay. Okay. Mm, can you tell me about any art form from the art form from the Uttarakhand?
Yeah,
Any art form?
yeah. There is one Apan art form, which is among the geographical identification also. GI tag has been received.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
So this is mainly done in Kumaon region. So this is like
Mm-hmm.
creating painting on the walls, on the floors, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Apan art. Yeah. So this is related to
Mm.
that.
Okay. Anything other than that? Since you have mentioned that you are an UPSC aspirant, so I believe you must have read about various paintings.
You are asking about Uttarakhand specific only.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, so there is a specific pattern, pahadi paintings in Uttarakhand
Mm-hmm.
also. So
Mm-hmm.
Barrister Mukandi Lal, he wrote a book, wall paintings. So in that it was mentioned paintings from Molaram. So that was quite famous in Uttarakhand. Paintings from Molaram. A lot of have been destroyed in one of the earthquakes in Srinagar during 1800. So that
Mm-hmm.
is the arts in famous in Uttarakhand.
So can you elaborate? Can you mention any specific feature from these paintings? Why was they? Why, like you said that it is very famous. Why was it? It is so famous.
Yeah,
Any specific feature of Pahadi painting
yeah. There are
on the painting?
certain
Mm-hmm.
pictures like these depict especially the focus on women also and the men and uh, the natural beauty also the aspects that these kind of paintings focus on. Although I don't remember right now exactly uh,
Mm-hmm.
all other features.
Okay. Okay. Have you heard about Koti Banal architecture?
Sorry, which one?
Koti Banal architecture.
Koti Banal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have heard about it. However, I'm not able to recollect it right now.
Okay, no worries. So, moving to the other part, other section. Mm, there is problem going on in Jammu and Kashmir once again. The insurgency has resurfaced once again in Jammu area.
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat that? I think some issue with the.
Yeah. Uh, am I audible currently?
Yes,
Can
yes.
you? Okay. So I am saying that the insurgency has resurfaced again in Jammu area. So can you specifically point out me one solution that government of India or Indian Army should do in order to stop that the further attacks?
Yeah. So
Is there anything that is geographically linked, or has it been ever achieved by India? Something like that.
yeah. So to reduce the insurgency and that especially in Jammu and Kashmir area, one major focus area, one major solution is just that inclusive development in that area and to connect the people from that area with the rest of the India because there should not be that any discrimination or that that point in the mind of the people that they are somehow different from the rest of India and their alignment is not with the rest of the India, the mainstream India. That should not be there. I think that is the main reason, one of the main reason which we should focus on. We should provide the solution, and the solution for that can be provided in multiple forms. Like first of all, uh, generate employment there so that they can be linked with the mainstream development of India that is happening across all over the India or the major cities of the India.
Abhishek ji, uh, please, I'm just recommending you. Okay, so please listen to the answer very listen to the question very carefully. Try to understand what the examiner or what the board is trying to ask you, because otherwise, if you this can be misconstrued as a fallacy on your part. Okay, because they might get hurt, because there are some senior citizens as well. Okay, so they might comprehend it as like you are trying to fool them. Okay, so don't, if you don't know the answer, that is it. That is good. No one can know everything. Okay, so just I have asked you one pinpoint solution from the geography, and has India ever achieved it? Geographical point of view. From the geographical point of view.
Uh,
Kashmir Valley, do you know Jammu? Because what you are saying, Kashmir is Jammu is well connected to the rest of India, unlike Kashmir. Okay, there is the work going on, and it will be very soon. It will be well connected. The bridge is almost complete. Okay, so if you don't know, that is not an issue. Okay, if you don't know the question, that is not an issue. Simply,
so
just so. Uh-huh.
yeah, I think I was not able to understand. So you are saying that geographical point of view, from the geographical aspects,
Hmm, hmm,
how
hmm, hmm,
we can resolve the problem.
hmm,
Is it the question?
hmm,
Okay, okay.
hmm.
So if I say the geographical standpoint, so it's a very strategic location of Kashmir because it is connected to Pakistan from one side, it's connected to China.
No, actually, look, the problem is in Jammu. Okay, the problem of Kashmir. The violence, recent violence has not been happening in Kashmir, right? They are in the Jammu area. Okay, and why the problem has been there? Why the problem resurfaced? Because attack on uh, uh, convoy of people is not, attack on some tourist is not good, right? So what is the why it is so, and how what is the step that you suggest as a strategic, as a strategist? Okay, so if you don't know the answer, that is okay. That is not a problem. Okay, it was in the yesterday's news. Okay, so uh, yes, there is one more issue on the current affairs thing, but going to that, before going to that, I would like to introduce you to the other members. Himanshu sir, Parthiman, please.
Yeah, hi Abhishek.
Himanshu sir.
Am I audible?
Okay. Yes, sir. But your voice is weak.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Hmm.
Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir. It is clear.
Yes, sir. It is clear
Okay, okay,
now.
okay. Okay, Abhishek. Before asking you question, I would like to clarify one thing that since the commission has not asked you about the choice of your language in which you are going to give your interview, so your interview will be bilingual, more or less, and maximum in Hindi. Okay, this you have to keep in your mind. Going forward, from my first question to you, have you heard that Uttarakhand economy is known as money order economy? Have you heard?
Uh, yes, I have heard it, but it is not said that in you know majorly it is not considered that because people are of Uttarakhand are living outside. A lot of migration is there across the countries also,
Yeah.
but that remittance is not that much higher as compared to Kerala and other states. So we are not heavily dependent on that. Is what I
Okay, but
heard.
Uttarakhand economy was once known as money order economy. This you know.
Yes, once we can send.
Okay. Okay. So what was the major reason for this? Why it was known as money order economy?
Yeah, so there are few reasons. One is that Palayan, because a lot of people are being migrated from Uttarakhand. They are living across the metro cities, working there and sending money to their. This is the one
Okay.
factor. Second factor is a lot of people from Uttarakhand, especially in hilly areas, are in army also,
Yeah.
in defense forces.
Yes.
So they are also working at different locations and sending money to their home.
Okay.
This is also very important. That
Okay. So is it okay that still we should call it money order economy, or is the term still relevant in case of Uttarakhand? Do you agree?
as I said earlier, that it is not that much relevant because the proportion is not high. And in Uttarakhand, over the years, especially in three districts, Haridwar, Dehradun, something, a lot of industries have been set up, especially pharmaceutical and pharmaceutical reason various industries. So, a lot of money is generated over there also. If you say about the per capita income of Uttarakhand in the recent budget that was declared, that was close to 3 lakhs, 2 lakh 95,000, which is very high
Yes.
if we calculate the GDP as compared to the population. Uh, However, it is because that industries are doing good in few districts only, Haridwar, Chittoor, but
Okay.
that high
Okay. So
manufacturing is there. So
you said that the per capita of the state is rising, and it is now in a good position. So, but there is a kind of a paradox seen in Uttarakhand that the per capita of hilly areas and per capita of plains area is means there is a very wide rift between that. Can you elaborate something on it? Why it is
yes,
happening?
yes, yes. Yes, that gap is there because if you say about the overall GDP,
Yeah,
that is fine if you compare to
yeah.
other state of
But the
Uttarakhand. But the
distribution is
gap
not good. What are the main reasons
distribution,
for this?
yeah, main reason is that because mainly the main areas we have three districts,
Yeah,
so major industries are set up in those area only.
yeah.
Hilly states they are not getting that share of that setup of industries and that employment. So
Okay.
if we say the GDP generation at those hilly states, that is not there. There are limited employment opportunities, limited industry working there. So
Okay.
there is no a very limited scope for that GDP generation. So that is again the reason that people are moving from those places to the main areas or other states.
So, what can you suggest for the solutions for this kind of issue, that this rift between the GDPs and per capita income of hilly and plains area? Can you suggest some of the measures?
Yes, yes. They
Few, two or
can. We
three
can.
measures.
Yeah. If you say about two, three major, one as I said earlier also that small scale industry which can be set up in the hilly area, we can focus on
Okay.
that like jam, dairy, food processing.
Okay.
Another is that forest based industry. In Uttarakhand, we have a good scope for that. Almost 71% is forest area in Uttarakhand and forest based industry
What kind of industries
we
can
can
we establish related to forest kind of industries? Means
we
what type
can
of
supply.
industries? Hmm.
Yeah, we can supply raw material for furniture, and then we can get some different herbal medicines. In
Yeah.
Uttarakhand, we have scope for that. For an example, if we say Kira Jadi is found at in different locations, then we have vehicle,
Okay.
and then we have uh, some other also herbal products which we can supply, which are already are in good demand. We
Hmm.
can provide that. Apart from that, another thing that we can do in the area, Uttarakhand has immense opportunity for hydroelectric hydroelectric projects. But because of the fragile ecology, the major and big hydroelectric projects are not very sustainable. So we can just look for micro and small scale hydroelectric projects like 20 megawatt, 25 megawatt. That kind of projects can be set up at different locations, which again generate the income for that. Apart from the tourism, which is again the major focus of Uttarakhand. Uh, Currently, the focus is more on religious tourism in Uttarakhand. If we say around 70 to 80% of tourism is for religious purposes. But we can just, the focus
Okay.
could
Okay.
be more on the leisure part also and provide people some weekend good options where people from other cities can come in the weekend, spend their weekend. That again generate the employment opportunities.
Okay. What do you think about creating employment opportunities in Uttarakhand? Means large amount of youth is going behind the Sarkari Naukri kind of thing. So, is self-employment opportunity generation is a key to employment in Uttarakhand? Can you see it?
Yes, definitely, and it will be the future. It should be the future because government jobs are limited. They cannot increase in that ratio. In that ratio, graduated people are increasing, and
Okay.
similar is the jobs in the corporate also. So we have to look for the other avenue also, the self-employment. Like in Uttarakhand, we have different schemes like Vichand Gadwali scheme. People can set up the restaurant. People can set up homestays, and as I said that small hydroelectric projects for solar projects also, like Mukhyamantri Swarojgar Yojana, these kind of schemes we have in
Okay.
Uttarakhand. And apart from that, like we can specify some particular products from different districts. We have recently scheme launched one district to product Yojana. So that
Okay.
was again to promote the specific products of different districts. So this can be the focus area for the self-employment generation.
Okay, Abhishek. You have mentioned one district two product scheme. So can you tell me the two products from your district, Dehradun?
Yes, so in Dehradun we can have a basmati rice, which is
No, no,
famous
no,
in
no.
Dehradun.
You cannot. You can have basmati rice. That is a different thing. What are the two products that are chosen from your district? Can you name them? It is not basmati rice.
Okay, that are already chosen. No, I don't.
Okay. So you should be knowing about these. Okay. Okay. You mentioned about Veer Chand Singh Gadwali Paryatan Swarojgar Yojana. Can you tell me something about Veer Chand Singh Gadwali? Who was he?
Yeah, so Veer Chandra Singh Gadwali, he was from Uttarakhand only,
Yeah.
nearby Gairsand. So during the freedom struggle of India around 1930, uh,
Okay.
during that era, he was in the Peshawar, and that time he refused to fire people from Khudai Khidmatkar who were protesting, and
Okay.
because of that, he was
Okay.
given
Can
a
you tell
freedom.
me the date of Peshawar Kand?
It was in 1930, but a date I don't remember.
Okay. Can you tell me the battalion he was commanding?
Because, I
Okay.
don't exactly remember.
Yeah, yeah. He was commanding Gadwal battalion. Yeah. And you told us about GI tag of Epan, as you remember. Can you tell me? Recently, several products have been given GI tag in Uttarakhand. So, can you tell me the name of five other products other than Epan that have been given? It is a recent news. Almost 18
Yeah, yeah,
products
recently
have been. Yeah,
18, yeah, 18 GI tags were given in one day. Uh,
yeah.
I can name a few. Jhangora was the one. Jhangora, Mandwa, red rice.
Tell me something about each of the products also, a little bit. A one line information about the product which you are mentioning.
Yeah. So Mandwa is basically a form of millet, kind of a
Okay.
mota anaj
Yes.
millet, which is quite good
Okay.
for
Okay.
health. And Jhangora is basically it is a substitute of rice. It is again
Okay.
kind of a millet. Uh,
Okay.
then red rice is again a variety of rice.
Okay.
Is yeah. And apart from these three, there were few other also. I'm
Okay.
not
No
able to
issues.
recall.
Okay. No issues. No issues. Okay. You have told three products correctly. Okay. So coming to the next section, you must be hearing about Uttarakhand people protesting and demanding certain kind of right known as Bhu Kanun. Can you tell me something why it is being demanded by Uttarakhand people?
Yeah, Bhutan is recently demanded, so there were few reasons for that. Like in Uttarakhand, after the formation in 2007, there was a capping in agricultural land which can be bought by the outside people outside from Uttarakhand. It was 250 square meter of land. There was a capping. But after in 2018, there was another act came, UP Zamindar Abolition and Land Reform Act, which removed this capping of 250 square meters. After that, the land purchase from outsiders, especially people from Delhi, areas,
When
they
was
have
this
got
capping
a lot
removed,
of land
Abhishek?
in 2018.
Are you sure about it?
Jamdari Abolition Land Reform Act 2018. This is what I remember.
Okay.
But,
Okay, okay, you can tell me. You can continue.
so after a lot of purchase from there, so there is always a fear among the people in Uttarakhand that in the future, lands of their villages will be owned by the outsiders. So
Okay.
they won't have the right over the land. Second was that local rights over the resources of that land. So they can be, uh,
But
can be, they
Abhishek, this
won't get the
happens
right.
in all the states. We go to different states. We go to Madhya Pradesh and purchase land there. We build industries there. Why Uttarakhand is asking for Bhu Kanun? Means why it is particularly Uttarakhand is asking, because it is the right of every Indian citizen to go to some place and buy purchase land there and do his or her economic activities.
See, Uttarakhand has a different geography. As I also said, 50% is hilly area. So people have a very limited avenues for to get their livelihood and also to get the employment because a lot of industries cannot be set up in those areas. Agriculture land is one of the reason that
Mhm.
we can get some income out of it by doing some agriculture activities.
Okay.
This is one of the reasons. Now that this Bhutan and to provide the capping is only for agriculture land. This is not for non-agriculture land. People from other states they can come to Uttarakhand cities, different cities. They can buy non-agriculture land. The issue is only for agriculture land. And
Okay.
as I said, the reason is because people that don't have much option as compared to people in plain areas. So
Okay.
if their land also will not be there, so in future they can face a lot of challenges. Like where will they go? They don't have jobs. They don't have option in their areas to do some other activity to get that financial support. So these are one of the reasons that people are focusing on that.
What is the percentage of the land in Uttarakhand dedicated to uh, uh, agriculture out of total percentage terms?
Sorry, sir. That,
Can you tell me the range, 0 to 10%, 10 to 20% out of total area?
yes, agriculture land.
Land for agriculture means that can be cultivated. You can make a guess.
Yes. Uh, uh, Uttarakhand has 70% is uh, forest area, and
Yeah.
out of that, 45% is forest cover where we have some tree canopy. So
No, no.
45% have
I'm
tree
asking
canopy.
about what quantity of land in Uttarakhand can be cultivated.
Yes,
If you
yes. I'm
don't know,
just
you
trying
can
to
make
make
a
some.
guess. You can also give a range: 0 to 10%, 10 to 20%, 20 to 30%. You can also make a blind guess if you
Yes,
don't know.
yes. I was just trying to make an informed guess only that
Yeah, yeah.
45% is forest, so 55% is out of that. Uh, I think it could be around 30-40% of the total
Okay.
area.
It is not out of that. It is outside of that. Means it should be excluded. Okay. Okay. So you have told few things about Bhu Kanun. Good. So don't you think that this issue of Bhu Kanun, if it is made in Uttarakhand, goes against the right to residence as given in Article 19, Clause E, Clause 1, Subclause E, right to residence? Don't you think it goes against this right? Suppose the right to residence is sorry. Suppose the Bhu Kanun is made, and outside people are restricted to buy agriculture land in Uttarakhand. So it doesn't it go against the right to residence or right to move
Yes,
freely?
yes, yes. In one perspective, it can
Hmm.
definitely go against that right to freedom under Article 90, where we have
Okay.
everyone has a right to movement and right to residence.
So
But
is it
then again,
unconstitutional in that aspect?
no, but we cannot say that it is unconstitutional. There are specific reasons for that because,
Why?
as I said, there are specific reasons to implement that. First, the specific geography and topography of Uttarakhand. that we have, and the challenges that people face over there.
Hmm.
If they don't have their land, so they will have a limited opportunity to do some other activity on their livelihood. On all those parameters, this kind of ban can be imposed. And already we can see that in other state also, like in Himachal also, it is there. And apart from that employment, there is also uh, the ecology also, that area, because it is a very fragile area in Uttarakhand, based out of Himalaya. So again, we can uh, implement that restriction on a limited way, uh, which we can do, which we can do. It
Okay.
should not be.
So does isn't this
Himanshu sir,
yes, sir?
just a moment. Himanshu sir, take just a moment. Uh, so, uh, since we are discussing Bhutan here, and you mentioned that people from outside the state cannot buy land there. So, is there any state where people from the outside cannot buy land?
In Himachal Pradesh,
And is there only one state, or there are other states as well, or other UTs as well?
yeah. So we have Kashmir also.
Mhm.
There also.
So, so why it has been done in these places?
So yeah, again, as I said, there these states have some specific topography, and the way of living of people is also different. So to conserve that, to protect that, these kind of restriction can be done, which are not against the constitution, because constitution also provide that protection of rights of the people. As in Article
Mhm.
271 also, a lot of states they have specific special status, and they can implement these kind of restriction to protect their topography, the people and the land over there.
Can the state of Uttarakhand, just let's say you are a resident of Uttarakhand, okay, so can the state of Uttarakhand take your land?
If there are for specific purposes in the interest of the nation, so
Mhm.
yes, that can be taken. That can be taken.
What I'm trying to ask is that can the state of Uttarakhand, or do the state of Uttarakhand has the constitutional validity to make a law that can take your land from you?
See,
Or does it the authority of the state? Does it is the authority of the center only?
it
क्या
is.
केवल उत्तरा क्या केवल इस लैंड पे उत्तराखंड सरकार आपकी जमीन ले सकती है, या सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट भी लॉ बना के इस पे ले सकती है आपकी जमीन?
इस पे सेंटर गवर्नमेंट भी लॉ बना के ले सकती है, जो
हम्म
कई सारे प्रोजेक्ट जो नेशनल इंटरेस्ट में हो, जैसे कि हम एग्जांपल के तौर पे लें टिहरी बांध की परियोजना,
हम्म
उसमें
हम्म
लोगों की ज़मीनें ली गई हैं, उनको पुनर्वास किया गया है, उनको अलग-अलग
हम्म
क्षेत्रों में, ऋषिकेश में, देहरादून में। तो
हम्म
डिस्पाइट द प्रोटेस्ट ये सब हुआ है, तो इसको कहते हैं कि लार्जर यूटिलिटेरियन अप्रोच, जिसको हम कह सकते हैं कि मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट ऑफ मैक्सिमम पीपल,
Okay, okay.
किया जा सकता है।
Okay, I would suggest you do not put word into the mouth of interviewer. Okay, otherwise he will keep you asking about the utilitarian thing and all that. Okay, what is being asked, just answer that one, because the other person, they can otherwise, since you are giving from your own end, आप खुद बता रहे हो कि हाँ यूटिलिटेरियन मैं बोला, अब मुझसे यूटिलिटेरियन पे पूछो और वो पूछेगा और आपको पकड़ेगा, उसमें किसी न किसी जगह फंसा देगा, क्योंकि तो ये सब साइन होता है, मतलब कुछ लोग इसको एरोगेंस समझ रहे हो आप? तो इसलिए ऐसे नहीं करने, ऐसा नहीं करना है। और मतलब आप, मुझे पता है कि आप एरोगेंस नहीं, ये आपका एरोगेंस नहीं है, ये आपका ही इनोसेंस है, लेकिन इसके लिए फॉल नहीं होने का, ठीक है ना? यहाँ पे ये ट्रैप है, आप अपने मुंह से मत बोलो ऐसा कुछ भी, जिससे वो एकदम कैलकुलेटेड बोलो, लिमिटेड बोलो, ठीक है? और जो भी बोलो एकदम पॉइंटेड बोलो, पिन पॉइंट एक्यूरेसी के साथ बोलो। जैसे अब मान लीजिए अभी आपका, जैसे आपने ये एग्रीकल्चर मेजर क्या नाम है, भू कानून के बारे में मैंने जो आपसे पूछा, तो आपका, अगर आप क्वेश्चन को सुनिए समझिए, ठीक है, और समझने में आपको बस इतना, मैं ये पूछना चाह रहा था कि क्या लैंड जो स्टेट का सब्जेक्ट, सेंटर का सब्जेक्ट, मतलब कंकरेंट लिस्ट में है, स्टेट लिस्ट में है या यूनियन लिस्ट में है ना, फॉरेस्ट एंड वाइल्ड लाइफ किस लिस्ट में है, ये चीजें मैं पूछना चाह रहा था। तो आपसे पूछा वहां हमेशा बेसिक ही जाएगा, जो आपने एनसीईआरटी में पढ़ रखा है उसी पे आपको ग्रिल किया जाएगा, उसी पे आपको पकड़ा जाएगा, जो भी पूछेंगे आपसे वही पूछेंगे वहां पे, ठीक है ना। तो जो भी आंसर दीजिए आप, जैसे मतलब मेरा ऑनेस्ट ओपिनियन आपके लिए यही है कि आपने अभी फंडामेंटल, अभी आपने रिवाइज नहीं किया है, तो मुझे नहीं पता अभी आपके पास कितना टाइम है, ठीक है, लेकिन आप एक बार फंडामेंटल सारे रिवाइज कर लीजिए, ठीक है, क्योंकि उस चीज पे वो वहां पे गलत नहीं होना है, ठीक है। अभी ये समझिए आपका फैक्ट, जैसे इंटरव्यू के फेजेस में अभी आपका जो इंटरव्यू चल रहा है, ठीक है, तो वहां पे आप गलत मत करिए, ठीक है। ओके, ठीक, यस सर, हिमांशु सर प्लीज कैरी ऑन।
Okay, Abhishek. Before ending the भू कानून topic, I would like to ask you the last question. आखिरी सवाल भू कानून से कि कुछ कमिटीज बनी हैं उत्तराखंड में भू कानून से रिलेटेड. Can you name some of such committees which are formed to study this kind of कानून or formulate?
अभी अभी रिसेंटली कानून पे एक कमेटी बनी है, तो
जी.
बेसिकली पूरे असेसमेंट के लिए, और इसमें क्या किया जा सकता है ट्रैकिंग से रिलेटेड,
Name
या इस पे
name of
फ्यूचर
it.
में हम इसको कैसे ये कानून ले जा सकते हैं। ऑलरेडी इस पे कमेटी बनी थी, क्योंकि इसके अध्यक्ष हैं सुभाष कुमार जी,
Okay.
सिविल सर्वेंट रहे हैं, चीफ सेक्रेटरी रहे हैं।
सुभाष कुमार कमेटी को स्टडी करने के लिए एक और कमेटी बनी है. कैन यू नेम इट?
नो सर।
Have you heard of Radha Ratudi committee? Okay, keep in mind. No issues. Okay, moving forward. Uh, Abhishek, there are you must have been knowing. आपको कुछ पता होगा कि सेंटर और स्टेट के रिलेशंस में हमेशा कुछ तलखियां देखी गई हैं. हमेशा, खासकर तब जब सेंटर में कोई और सरकार हो और स्टेट में कोई दूसरी सरकार हो. क्या वो एरियाज हैं, 3 या 4 ऐसे एरिया या 2 ऐसे एरिया, 3 ऐसे एरिया मुझे बताइए जिसमें सेंटर और स्टेट के बीच टेंशन एरियाज जिसे कहा जाता है. सिर्फ पिन पॉइंटेड आंसर दीजिए. 3 या 4, 2 या 3 एरियाज ऐसे बताइए.
तो 2 या 3 अगर मैं स्पेसिफिक कहूँ, तो पहला है आर्टिकल 356,
ओके.
जो कि कॉन्फिडेंशियल रूल है स्टेट में। इसको लेके हमेशा से सेंटर स्टेट के बीच में तनाव
Another tension area.
another thing is governor, the deployment of governor by president. So sometimes it is considered as an agent of center in the state.
Okay.
So this is the second point. Third point, I would say that All India Services, Article 312, 312. Within that, because these are recruited by, trained by central government and deployed in different cadres in the state. So this is again a
ठीक है. तो गवर्नर का आपने बताया कि गवर्नर का अपॉइंटमेंट, क्या रोल ऑफ गवर्नर भी इनमें से एक है कि गवर्नर कैसे वहाँ काम कर रहा है, उसकी वजह से भी कभी सेंटर स्टेट के बीच में डिस्प्यूट होता है?
जी सर, बिल्कुल, इसकी
2 एरियाज
वजह से भी
बताइए.
होता है कई बार।
प्रेसिडेंट रूल के अलावा 2
एक तो
एरियाज बताइए.
प्रेसिडेंट रूल के अलावा 2 या 1 की बात मैं अगर करूँ, तो एक तो होता है गवर्नर की लेजिस्लेटिव पावर से रिलेटेड, जो कई सारे स्टेट के बिल उनके पास पावर है कि वो रिकमेंड कर सकते हैं प्रेसिडेंट को। तो एक यहाँ पे होता है कन्फ्लिक्ट। दूसरा दूसरा अगर हम कहें तो कई सारे बिल, जैसे मनी बिल हो गया, वो उनकी सहमति से ही हम ला सकते हैं, गवर्नर की सहमति से ही लाए जा सकते हैं। तो वहाँ पे भी एक ये कन्फ्लिक्ट का बना रहता है। अपार्ट फ्रॉम 356 तो है कि जहाँ पे गवर्नर रिकमेंड करता है कि आपको यहाँ पे प्रेसिडेंशियल रूल लगाना है।
ओके. अच्छा, जब सेंटर में
मनी बिल पे, सर एक्सक्यूज मी सर, मनी बिल पे क्या, आपने बताया मनी बिल पे भी गवर्नर का कुछ इशू रहता है, क्या इशू रहता है मनी बिल पे?
कुछ बिल जैसे मनी बिल या और बिल गवर्नर की सहमति के बाद ही लाए जा सकते हैं। तो यहाँ पर एक तरीके से गवर्नर अगर सहमत ना हो कई सारे इश्यूज में, तो वो स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव उनको नहीं ला सकता, या उनको उसको पेश नहीं किया जा सकता लेजिस्लेटिव।
नहीं, तो मनी बिल देखिए, आप जैसे आप बोले तो मनी बिल पे कोई वो नहीं है, ठीक है, मनी बिल क्योंकि लेजिस्लेटिव का पावर है वो उनका पावर है। मतलब कहने का ये है कि जैसे मान लीजिए इसको इस तरह से समझिए आप कि अगर मनरेगा स्कीम चलानी है, ठीक है, तो उसका पैसा तो मनी बिल से ही आएगा, ठीक है। और अगर वो पैसा ही नहीं दे रहे गवर्नर, मान लीजिए आपके स्टेट में कोई मनरेगा जैसी स्कीम चलानी है, और तो गवर्नर को वहां पे पावर नहीं, मनी बिल के लिए मतलब कोई वो नहीं है। तो इसके बारे में जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का प्रोविजन है वो यही है,
एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली।
ठीक है, कि वहां पे मनी मनी बिल को कोई रोक नहीं सकता है।
हम्म।
उनका वो होल सोल अथॉरिटी उनकी है, ठीक है। वो स्टेट का जो वो है, तो गवर्नर मनी बिल पे या प्रेसिडेंट मनी बिल पे कभी कुछ नहीं बोलेगा। मतलब ये
अभिषेक
जो
यहाँ पर
इवन जो हाउस के स्पीकर होते हैं, मतलब मनी बिल इज क्लियर, उसमें कोई नहीं है। उसके अलावा और कोई चीजें होती हैं, जैसे बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं, ठीक है। तो वो सर आपसे वो एग्जैक्टली पूछना चाह रहे हैं,
हम्म।
ठीक है। तो कुछ भी जैसे आप अगर बोल रहे हैं तो मतलब बहुत कैलकुलेटेड बोलिए, ठीक है। जैसे मैं आपको फिर से कह रहा हूँ कि आप जैसे मैं इंटरव्यू जो आपका कंटिन्यू चल रहा है, तो उसमें जो भी आप बोल रहे हैं कैलकुलेटेड बोलिए, सोच के बोलिए, गलत नहीं बोल रहे हैं आप, ठीक है। क्योंकि उससे आपका नॉलेज एक बार, और दूसरी चीज आप रिवाइज जरूर करिए, ठीक है। क्योंकि कुछ कुछ पॉइंट पे शैलो होना वो मतलब अच्छी बात नहीं, ठीक है। जैसे बेसिक जो आर्टिकल्स हैं उन सब चीजों पे, मनी बिल बहुत बेसिक सा चीज है, ठीक है। तो वो सब फंडामेंटल्स आपके क्लियर होने चाहिए, ठीक है। अदरवाइज आप जैसे मान लीजिए बोल रहे हैं तो कैलकुलेटेड बोलिए कि हाँ इस चीज के बारे में इतना ही पता है, उसमें मतलब जस्ट डोंट बीट अराउंड द बुश, ओके। बस जो फैक्ट है जो आपको पता है वही चीज बोलिए, उससे आपको हेल्प रहेगी। अदरवाइज मतलब निगेटिव इंप्रेशन पड़ता है, ठीक है। तो कोई भी चीज जो इन्फॉर्मेशन आप अगर दे रहे हैं तो वो गलत मत दीजिए। अगर आपको नहीं पता है या आप कंफ्यूजन है, आपको डाउट है, आपने अभी हाल फिलहाल में रिवाइज नहीं किया है, तो उसको नहीं बोलिए, ठीक है। ओके, यस सर, प्लीज कंटिन्यू हिमांशु सर।
ओके अभिषेक जी, जैसे आपने बताया कि मनी बिल से रिलेटेड, मनी बिल जो होता है वो सरकार का पूरा उसमें रोल होता है। सीओएम जो कहता है प्रेसिडेंट को या फिर गवर्नर को, उन्हें वही करना होता है। आपको यहाँ पर ये कहना चाहिए था कि जो नॉर्मल बिल्स होते हैं स्टेट के, उनको रिजर्व करता है गवर्नर प्रेसिडेंट की। एक बार प्रेसिडेंट देख ले उन बिल्स को, तो उसमें गवर्नर का डिस्क्रिप्शन होता है। ठीक है, चलिए। अच्छा, ये बताइए कि सरकार जब फॉर्मेशन होती है स्टेट में और अ, या सेंटर में, तो प्रेसिडेंट और गवर्नर के रोल को लेकर भी कुछ विवाद रहा है कि किसको पहले मौका दिया जाए सरकार बनाने का। ऐसा कब होता है और ये क्या विवाद है?
सर ये कुछ स्पेसिफिक कंडीशन में होता है
हुँ,
जब मेजॉरिटी किसी को ना मिले, किसी गवर्नमेंट को ना मिले।
ओके।
ऐसे केस में डिस्कशन होता है गवर्नर राष्ट्रपति का कि वो किसी को इनवाइट कर सकते हैं
हुँ,
डिफरेंट पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज में से, क्योंकि किसी के पास भी मेजॉरिटी नहीं है, तो वो सरकार बनाने का एक न्योता दे सकते हैं अपनी तरफ से,
ठीक है।
मेजॉरिटी प्रूव करने का।
तो ये क्या अपने फुल डिस्क्रिप्शन से देते हैं वो, या फिर कहीं पर रूल्स लिखे हैं इसके लिए?
ये सर इनके कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल डिस्क्रिप्शन इनको मिला है, जहाँ
ये
पे स्पेसिफिक
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल
है कि अगर
डिस्क्रिप्शन है या सिचुएशनल डिस्क्रिप्शन है?
ये है तो सिचुएशनल डिस्क्रिप्शन, बट
तो आपने
इसके बारे में जो
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल।
उनकी पावर्स हैं गवर्नर की या राष्ट्रपति की,
हुँ,
उसमें ये डिफाइन है कि ऐसे सिचुएशन में जब किसी को नहीं मेजॉरिटी नहीं है, तो ये
हुँ।
किसी भी उनको न्योता दे सकते हैं बनाने की पार्टी।
ये कहीं डिफाइंड है, आप कह रहे हैं? या फिर ये कहीं डिफाइंड नहीं है और एक वॉइड है?
नहीं, ये डिफाइन तो है कि ये इनकी सिचुएशनल पावर है,
ओके, तो
सिचुएशनल पावर है, इस सिचुएशन में ये ऐसा कर सकते
ये कहाँ पर डिफाइंड है? किस
हैं।
स्टैट्यूट में डिफाइंड है? ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में डिफाइंड है या फिर इसके लिए कहीं पर किसी और एक्ट के अंदर ये चीज़ डिफाइंड है? थोड़ा सोचिए इसके ऊपर। या फिर ये एक वॉइड है जो डिफाइंड नहीं है इसलिए वो करते हैं?
हाँ, सर ये मुझे जहाँ तक याद आ रहा है, ये एक तरीके का वॉइड ही है, क्योंकि बहुत
हुँ,
वेल डिफाइंड तो नहीं है कि किसी पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल में उनको दिया
ठीक है।
गया है कैसे वो करेंगे। ये उनके एक डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर में दे दिया गया है। इसकी बहुत डिटेल्स इस पे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में ऐसा नहीं है, कोई पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल में नहीं दिया गया है।
तो वही मैं पूछना चाह रहा हूँ आपसे। अच्छा, प्रेसिडेंट और गवर्नर की डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर्स के ऊपर थोड़ा डिफरेंसेस हैं। मीन्स प्रेसिडेंट के पास कहते हैं सिचुएशनल डिस्क्रिशन है, और गवर्नर के पास सिचुएशनल प्लस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल दोनों तरह के डिस्क्रिप्शन है। क्या है गवर्नर के पास कुछ एक्स्ट्रा डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर्स जो प्रेसिडेंट के पास नहीं है? एक दो भी गिना देंगे तो आप, इट विल वर्क।
हाँ, गवर्नर के पास कुछ अलग डिफरेंट पावर्स हैं जो कि प्रेसिडेंट के पास नहीं है। जिसमें एक तो आर्टिकल 356 से रिलेटेड है प्रेसिडेंट, तो इसका रिकमेंडेशन गवर्नर की तरफ से जाता है प्रेसिडेंट को, क्योंकि ये स्टेट में प्रेसिडेंट रूल लगाने के लिए है, तो ये स्टेट स्पेसिफिक गवर्नर के पास ये
इसको हटा
पावर
लीजिए
है।
क्योंकि ये तो स्टेट, ये ऐसी सिचुएशन है जो स्टेट में हो सकती है, सेंटर के लिए ये सिचुएशन नहीं है। तो ऐसी सिचुएशन बताइए, मींस जो कॉमन है दोनों के लिए, सेंटर और स्टेट के लिए, लेकिन गवर्नर के पास डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर एक्स्ट्रा है जो कि प्रेसिडेंट के पास नहीं है। सिर्फ दो बता दीजिए।
एक सर आर्टिकल 200 में है, जहाँ पे वो स्टेट के बिल्स को गवर्नर के रिकमेंडेशन के लिए गवर्नर राष्ट्रपति के रिकमेंड कर सकता है गवर्नर।
वेरी गुड।
ये प्रेसिडेंट के पास नहीं है, ये गवर्नर के पास है।
ओके। अच्छा, ये डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर जो एक्स्ट्रा दी गई है, जो गवर्नर के पास एक्स्ट्रा डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर है, ये किस आर्टिकल में लिखा है? इनका मेंशन किस आर्टिकल में है? बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल है गवर्नर से रिलेटेड, जिसमें इनका मेंशन है। आपको पता है?
वो अभी मुझे याद नहीं।
ओके ओके, नो इश्यूज। अच्छा, लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू। जो ये टेंशन एरियाज मैंने बताए सेंटर और स्टेट के बीच में आपसे डिस्कस किए हैं, इसके बारे में कुछ कमिटी कमीशंस ने रिकमेंडेशंस दी हैं इनके सॉल्यूशंस के बारे में। कैन यू नेम 2 as such committees?
यस सर, एक तो सरकारिया कमेटी ने दिया है रिकमेंडेशन, तो उन्होंने कहा है कि 356 का आर्टिकल का सोच समझ करके इसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना चाहिए।
ओके।
दूसरा कुंची कमीशन, उन्होंने भी इस पे स्टेट के रिलेशनशिप पे कहा है।
ठीक है।
हो गया, इंटर स्टेट काउंसिल हो गया, उसके बारे में भी।
ओके, ठीक है अभिषेक। ओके, दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड। विजय सर।
ओके सर। तो अभिषेक आपसे 2-3 कुछ सवाल और पूछ लेते हैं, ठीक है? और पहले तो एक जो एरिया रह रहा है इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग है, आप इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर हैं, ठीक है? तो ई मोबिलिटी के बारे में कुछ बता सकते हो आप, तो बताइए। अगर सर गवर्नमेंट, जी हाँ
सर, ई मोबिलिटी पे आजकल हमारा गवर्नमेंट का फोकस है, वर्ल्ड वाइड मैं कहूँगा इस पे फोकस है। उसका रीज़न है कि क्लाइमेट चेंज, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग के जो नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट हम सब देख रहे हैं, उसको कम करने के लिए इसका जो एक वन ऑफ द मेजर रीज़न है कि जो पॉल्यूशन डीजल या पेट्रोल इंजन से होता है, उसके लिए हम ई व्हीकल्स के लिए उसको प्रमोट किया जा रहा है ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा।